Hot dog. What's up, ninjas? How you doing today? You guys kicking some butt out there? Man, it's good to see you. So I had something happen a little while ago. I had a conversation with a owner of an HVAC company, and this guy is an industrial guy and used to build stadiums and stuff like that. Big stuff, right? Stuff that I got no freaking clue about. Hey guys, if you can hear me, will you hit a thumbs up or hit a heart or something like that? And if you're just joining, will you please type in the comments? Will you type in live if you're live and replay if you're watching this on a replay? Okay. So I'm going to tell you about this contractor and what he said to me here in just a second, but I'm going to do things just a little bit in reverse today. All right. I'm going to throw a couple little promos out at you. I've got a couple things that you want to know about. All right. First thing is that I am still giving away. What's up, Ronaldo? Good to see you. I am still giving away right now for the holiday time. I'm still giving away a $2,000 program. All right. It's a 21-day program. Took me 2 solid weeks to create this program. All right. So if you want this program, it's $2,000. You can wait and purchase it later, or you can in the comments down below put 21 day. All right. 21 day. That's what I need you to do. And then my team will reach out to you and they'll get you that program on me. Okay. For free. You got that? Give me a thumbs up or heart if you heard that. All right. All you got to do is put 21 day down in the comments and I'm going to give you that $2,000 program for free. All right. Secondly, I'm going to date this video right now, but it is early January and we've got an event coming up, Black Belt Sales Training Course at the end of the month here in Southwest Florida. You want to be there, okay? There are 3 different ticket levels, executive, VIP, and platinum. If you're interested in the event, just put event in the comments and I'll have somebody reach out to you and get you whatever information you want about the event. Guys, I've got a guy named Joel that came to the event in October 15th, 16th, and 17th. And Joel went from a $401 average ticket as a maintenance technician to over a $4,000 average ticket. All right, he went from like 400 to 2,800, and then from 2,800 over to over above $4,000. He just attended the event again. So if you want those kinds of results, you want to be at the event in Florida. So just put event in the comments, and somebody will reach out to you and get you the information that you need. Okay, no high pressure sales here, we promise. So those are the 2 things I wanted to just pimp real quick, and now I'm going to get into the story for you. All right, if you're just joining, type in live if you're watching live, or replay if you're watching a replay for me. Pretty please, I appreciate it. So I got to this contractor's place because he actually installed an air conditioning system for me. And when we got the quote on the system, it was a Carrier 3.5 ton 16 SEER vertical with a variable speed air handler and a new Nest thermostat. All right. So you're going to say to me, why did you go with the 16 SEER, Gene? You're the HVAC man. Moving out of the house very soon. Okay. Getting another house. So we ended up going, plus that was what we did with the other 2 systems. We replaced them all in the last probably 12 months. Okay. So anyhow, this guy charges us $7,500 for a 3.5 ton vertical 16 SEER Carrier variable speed. All right. Now, I want your opinion. $7,500 for that system. Is that a low price? Is it a fair price? Is it a high price? Will you please put down in the comments what you think that is? $7,500 for where you're at. So I go into this contractor's office after the job is done, partly because the job really wasn't done that great and it took a long time to get the job done. I mean, we had air conditioning and everything, but we were looking at, they didn't have hurricane straps on it. I'm here in Florida. It's code. You got to have hurricane straps. It wasn't lifted up the way that we wanted it lifted up so that we could, clean underneath it and everything. And so $7,500, is that low? Is that high? Is that fair? I want to know from you guys. So my opinion, spoiler alert, sorry, I think that's super, super low. I think that a system like that should go for about $10,000 minimum. Okay, that's what I think. It's my opinion. That would be with like a 1-year labor warranty and 10-year on all the parts and stuff. The reason I say that is because You want your cost of goods. Technicians out there, owners, if you're a new owner, there's just a quick little KPI 101 tip. You want your cost of goods, that's your materials and your equipment, all the stuff that it takes to do a job, could even be the permits. You want all that stuff to be 30% or less of the total job. Do you hear me? You want it to be 30% or less. 25% is even better. All right. And the reason for that is because if I've got 30% cost of goods and I'm going to pay a commission of maybe 8% and it's going to cost me maybe 7% of that total job to have it installed, I'm already up to 45% cost of sales, right? And that's going to leave me with a 55% gross margin on the job. The reason we need at least a 55% gross margin is because most of you are running an overhead of probably 35%. Arturo, yes, it's straight cool with a 10 kW strip heater, I think. All right. And the line set's like 45 feet or so. They had to flush it. They could not replace the line set inside the walls. And the line set was the right size, so that's good. So anyhow, getting back to what we were talking about, I go into this guy's office because I figured, hey, these guys could probably use a little bit of help, right? Tell me, they need help in the comments if you think they need help selling 16 SEER 3.5 ton vertical carriers variables for $7,500. All right, they need help down below if you agree. So I go into the office, I get an appointment with the owner, and of course, immediately, this is what he does when he sits down across the table from me. And I find out that this guy was a large mechanical contractor up north, and he did stadiums and shit like that. But obviously, he doesn't have a clue what's going on in the residential field. And so I asked him, I said, the system you guys put in for me for $7,500, I'm not complaining or anything, but I just wanted to know, why are you only charging $7,500 for that system? Here it is. You ready? Here's what he said. You're going to love this. You can't get more than $7,500 for that system around here. You really can't get more than $7,500 for that system around here. Mind you, the quote that was sent to me via email. Never met the company. And the manager who's running the whole operation, the whole kit and caboodle, he's the one that sent it to me. Like, we had 3 or 4 telephone calls. He sends it to me via email. We authorize it. We get it done and everything. Anyhow, the guy says to me, you can't get more than $7,500 for a system like that in this area. I said, no, you can't get more than $7,500 for that kind of system in this area. And of course, that did not go over well. And we kind of got into a little bit of a fight. Not physical like that. But I can tell you, you ever been with a client and things are not going well, and you get frustrated and you get upset and you start to feel your ears get warm and your face gets warm and you know it's turning red? But it's happened to me down below. If you've gotten stuck like a deer in the headlights and been super, super frustrated that you couldn't get your point across to a client and get them to purchase something that was in their own best interest, it's happened to me down in the comments. So anyhow, my face is red. My voice is elevated twice as high as it is. I'm chewing this guy out. It's not how you make a sale, by the way, just so you know. Anyhow, why can't this company, put it down in the comments, why do you think that they cannot sell a system like that for $9,500 or $10,500? Question for you. Here's another question. Do you think it's the price that actually is what the client buys? What do clients buy? That's another good question. I'd love to see some comments down here, because they don't believe they can. He says, yeah, and frankly, whether you think you can or cannot sell one for 10 or 12,000, you're right. Whether you think you can or can't sell one of those for 12,000, you're right. It has zero to do with the price. I promise you, if you can't sell that system for 12,000, you can't sell it for 7,500. I get calls from clients all the time that are like, hey, Gene, I'm actually really frustrated. I could really use your help. Here's what's going on. I've got people in my market that are selling, they're quoting against me, and they're selling shit for $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 more than me, like apples to apples. I'm getting beat by higher price competitors. See, that's what happens when you run into a professional salesperson. But question for you, have you ever really had any real true professional training on how to communicate with clients? And if so, who gave you that training? What had they accomplished prior to you having that training from them? Have you ever heard that you want to take advice from people who are in the place that you want to be in? Is it foolish? David Lavender says that they didn't build enough value. Maybe. That maybe. I have a question for you. I'd really love the answer to this question. All right. And remember, I'm giving you guys that 21-day program for free. All you got to do is put 21 day down. And if you just joining me, put 21 day down in the comments. And I'm going to give you a 3 week long program that I created. It took me 2 weeks to create, my team another 2 weeks to create. I'm going to actually give it to you for free. Okay. Put 21 day down in the comments. Okay. And I'm going to give you that program for free. So David Lavender says they didn't build enough value. That's possible, but I'm so sick and tired of hearing people talking about building value. First of all, most of the clients don't even want what it is that you're offering. You realize that, right? You haven't established a real need for replacing the system, or for putting in a surge protector, or for putting in a breathe easy system, or putting in a new water treatment system, or replacing their electrical panel, or doing a new sewer form. You haven't created the need. You haven't established a need. They don't even feel like they want it. They do have to want out of a painful situation, right? So establishing a need is the first step that everybody freaking misses. But once you've done that, if there is a need established, you've gotten permission to present your solution that is custom tailored for the client. Afterwards, there could be some value that needs to be built. For instance, here's a question for you. Arturo, I see you on here right now. I've got a question for you, Arturo. Client comes to you and says, hey, Arturo, we love you, bro. Super thorough. Good looking too. Like the trucks. Okay. Seen you in the neighborhood. But bro, you're $3,000 higher. Why in the hell should we use you? What are you going to say, Arturo, that is different than the competition? Please don't tell me you're going to say something like, well, we do the job right, or we do good quality work. I want to know what you would put. Arturo, it's going to take you a minute. Anybody that wants to answer that question, I would really love to see the absolute best answer to that. You're $3,000 higher. Why should I choose you? You know why I want to know the answer to that question? Because your clients aren't even going to tell you that that's the problem. They're not even going to tell you that you're too high. They're just going to not do business with you. Why? Because they're wired for cooperation, not for conflict, right? You have to pull it out of the client that you're too high, right? So most of the time, they're going to tell you what? I want to think about it. Need to get some other quotes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I want to talk to my spouse. Why do people typically not come out and tell you they don't have the money? Is that embarrassing? Do you know that the number one fear of a human being is being embarrassed? That's why they're not telling you. So what do you say to them, guys? You're $3,000 higher. What do you say? So you want a tip? I'm going to give you a tip right now. Here's a tip. You got to get permission to share with them why you're so expensive. And remember, you're not expensive. For what you do, you're the cheapest in town. Remember that. For what you do, you're the cheapest in town. You should structure your company that way so that you're providing tons of benefits to the client when they purchase something from you, right? If you are doing that, then you could say something to the client like, would you like to know why people invest $12,000 on a new home comfort system with us when they could get a furnace and air conditioner down the street for $7,000? Okay, what are they going to say? Would you like to know why people invest $12,000 on a new home comfort system with us when they can get a furnace and air conditioner down the street for $7,000? What are they going to say? They're going to say yes, right? They're going to give you permission to brag about your company. Now you better have some real benefits for the client. Some sort of features of your company that are important to them. Hey, you could say something like, well, number one, we do drug testing, right? Drug tested technicians have clearer heads. They get to work on time more often and they finish the job faster. Like that with us, you know, we're going to put somebody in your house that is drug free, right? Plus, I've actually had people who were on coke and stuff like that who were stealing from customers, right? There are stories that could be told there. In our experience, The reason that we do drug testing is because in our experience, a lot of times the guys that were on drugs in the past would be taking stuff from our clients. With Lead Ninja or with ABC Heating and Cooling, those worries are a thing of the past. You, your family, and all your belongings are safe, right? Like, you got to be able to give them 15, 20, 30 reasons to buy from you right now. 15, 20, 30 reasons that clients actually purchase from you. Tell them why clients spend more money with you at this point of the game. And then when you get when you free when you're like at the end and you don't know what else to say, try closing them. Try Somebody put a close down in the comments. What could you say after you gave them 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 features and benefits of doing business with your company? And remember, the feature is what it is. Like drug testing, that's a feature. What's the benefit to the client? The benefit to the client is safety, right? Benefit to the client is convenience, a job done fast or a job done right the first time by somebody who's got a clear head. Okay. Remember, when you're sharing stuff about your company, you got to say to yourself, so what? Who cares? What's in it for them? What's in it for my client? Why do they care? And if you can figure that out and you can communicate in that way, remember, people don't care what you know until they know that you care about them. People don't care what you know until they know that you care about them. All right. So keep your clients keep your clients' best interest in mind. Make sense? Guys, I love you. I'm gonna take off. Remember, January 28th, 29th, and 30th, we've got the Black Belt Sales Training event. You want to be there. All right. I'm the only guy in the industry that'll give you a money back guarantee. All right. We got to talk about that guarantee because there's some action that you have to take. All right. In order to get that guarantee. Like, listen here, I can show you the path. I can lead the horse to water, right? But I can't make you drink. I can't take the action for you. All right. So we have action-based guarantees over here at Lead Ninja. You do what we tell you to do, when we tell you to do it, the way we tell you to do it, boom. Sky's the limit for you. I love you guys. Put event down in the comments if you want to get more information about this event coming up or the next one that we're going to have. All right. Also, I have 2 seats on a private jet that I'm taking out to Tucson and that I'm taking to Birmingham. One of them starts this Sunday. So if you want to ride with me on the private jet, put private jet down in the comments. I'll have somebody reach out to you and let you know how you can do that. All right. You got to meet me here in Florida, here at Page Field, across the street. And we're going to take off Sunday at noon and go to Phoenix. We'll dip down and take one little, just keep taking away the BS objections until you find the real objection. Then just handle it. Buyers don't know what they don't know. This is true. I agree. So we'll be taking off noon. We'll probably be in the air 4 or 5 hours with one little stop. And if you want, you can hang out with me the whole week at the class that I'm teaching out in Tucson. So let me know. Put private jet down below if you want to fly with me on the jet out to Tucson, or if you want to fly with me from, say, Tucson out to Birmingham and do something with me out there. I've got these a 4-day class and a 3-day class that you can hop in with. So, guys, I love you. Share the stream, y'all. Put somebody's name down below that needs to hear this. I love you guys. Have a great day.